So we hear, man, the Giants' 100th season comes to an end. The Giants' 100th season comes to an end, y'all. We're here to recap the season as a whole, what direction we're heading in. The Giants drafting at the number 3 overall pick. We're here to unpack it all, man. Hope you guys have been having a good Sunday, a great Sunday. Your boy was off this Sunday, so love to see it. And did get to catch the game a bit here and there. But I'm glad the season, honestly, it sucks, but I'm glad the season came to an end. Glad it's over with, man. Let me cut this off real quick. Omega, what's going on, my guy? Let me know if the quality and stuff is good in here, man. On my end, it's coming off a little weird. Let me know if the quality and stuff is all good. Omega, what's going on, my guy? How's everything been? Happy New Year, man. Happy New Year. The Giants season came to an end. It's going to be a new season, new year overall. And we're here to talk about it, man. The Giants kind of played themselves out of a quarterback potentially, but they might have a chance to still get a quarterback. I'm honestly kind of excited. It's weird. It's annoying because for us, right, the happiest part of the season is when the season's not going on. It's the off season. So now that we're in the off season, man, we can kind of speculate on what moves they can make, and our hope for optimism, kind of is where we're at. And give it a month or two, before the draft, and then we'll really start to pick up steam in terms of how we're feeling overall. Y'all let me know, man, in the chat. First of all, say what's up in the chat. You already know we read every single chat in the building. Make sure you say what's up. And overall, let me know if the quality is good, man. I need to make sure the quality is good in here. Happy New Year. Still mad they blew up the number 1 spot. Man, I still am too. I'm still very upset about that, honestly. Let me get. Dang, I gotta change that. Still mad that they blew up the number 1 overall pick, man. But in Giants fashion, of course they would. But who knows, man? Maybe Shador can pull a Eli Manning. I'm not gonna sit here and say that. A lot of people are, but who knows? Maybe they are. Brian, what's good, my guy? What's good, Brian? He says, "Hey, Giants didn't beat the Eagles. Franchise quarterback incoming." I don't know, man. I don't know. It's looking like for the number 3 overall pick, it's looking like it's either going to be a quarterback or Travis Hunter. Some people are not big on Travis Hunter, but I'm not one of those guys. I'm really not. I'd take Travis Hunter. I would. Hey, man, make sure you say what's up in the chat. You already know we read every single chat in the building, man. The Giants season did come to an end today. Regular season's over with. Bittersweet. Now we get to watch some playoff football and speculate about the draft for the next 4 months. But, hey, I'm here to do it. And we're going to be here every day. We're going to be here all day, every week. Sanders ain't going to want to go to Cincinnati or Tennessee market. I'm sure you meant Cleveland, Omega. But, yeah, man. What if Sanders doesn't want to be a Tennessee Titan? And reports are the Cleveland Browns might not want a quarterback. I don't believe into that. Bro, they have Deshaun Watson, who doesn't look good. And then not only doesn't look good, he's coming off of an Achilles injury. There's no way they're not taking a quarterback. But maybe they hold out hope. Charlie, what's up, man? Charlie, what's going on? He says, who we going to take at 3? Listen, I'm letting you know right now. And give it a couple of months because, we got to let people show their pro day, people produce at the combine. But, man, sitting at 3 is not the worst spot ever. It's really not the worst spot. We could either walk away with Travis Hunter or potentially if a quarterback falls, maybe the Browns want to add a Travis Hunter. I don't know if they would, though, man. I don't know. We have so much time on that. But, yeah, I would definitely add Travis Hunter if he was available at 3. Or potentially, do you see a trade back? Maybe somebody really wants Travis Hunter. Trade back a couple picks and still make an impact player. Probably get a pick back. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, no problem, man. Says, I am big on Travis Hunter. Huge talent, super gifted receiver or safety. Hey, I think Travis Hunter, he won the Heisman for a reason, man. He won the Heisman for a reason. And let's say, some people are just like, what would you do? Are you going to play him on offense or not? If he can play 20 snaps a game at offense and play the rest on defense, And granted, that's a lot, especially at the NFL level. But pairing him with Malik Neighbors, yeah, I'm for it, man. I'm for it. Rocky Fresh, what's up, man? He says pick 3 is so much better than 4. We either get our quarterback or the best player in the draft in Hunter. That's what I'm saying, Rocky. Rocky, that's what I'm saying, man. I'm gonna go ahead and pin that. I'm gonna go ahead and pin that on this side, man. Pin message. There we go. Right there, man. What Rocky said right there, man. Pick 3 is so much better than 4. So much better. Granted, number 1 is better than all of this. I will say number 1 is better than all of this, but still glad we didn't fall. That was the biggest thing. Still glad we didn't fall. What are your thoughts on Cam Ward? Players for keeps. What's up, my guy? Appreciate you for tapping in. Listen, I will say Cam Ward, and we talked on him all past couple months, and we're going to have a lot more months to talk about him because I think there's a realistic chance that he does fall. I think Cam Ward has a higher ceiling than Shedeur Sanders. People can call me crazy. I think Shedeur Sanders is definitely more pro-ready. I'm going to make sure my audio's all good, man. We just here vibing out, by the way, man. Make sure I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Make sure you say what's up in the chat. We read every single chat. And we're also just going to be watching this Vikings-Lions game for a bit. This is going to be a really good game tonight. But, yeah, man, I think Cam Ward, his arm talent is there. He just has to fix some things up in terms of, the lackadaisical plays that you see. Sometimes he kind of panics and throws a pick here and there, and every young quarterback does, but especially considering the offensive line he could be playing behind, aka the Giants offensive line, he's gonna have to get right playing in under pressure. So I think Cam Ward's arm talent is there though for sure. Rocky says take Hunter, get Dart or Milroe to sign a bridge quarterback. I agree with this one, man. Dart is picking up steam, and trust me, man, I'm going to be doing an in-depth video on each quarterback, each potential draft pick. And listen, I mean, this new year, first of all, new year, 2025, you already know we coming different, but also it's the offseason, man. It's the offseason. This is like our Super Bowl for us content creators because as much as, first of all, we still got to talk about if Brian Daboll or Joe Shane's going to be back next year. As much as we got to talk about that, we got to figure out a way. Hey, how we gonna build this team up? This is where we kind of turn into our own GMs. What's good, my guy? What's good, Stan? Checking in. Appreciate you for tapping in, bro. Hope you all good over there, man. And hopefully the Giants get good. But glad you tapping in, Stan. Appreciate you. Audio sounds good on our end. Appreciate it, Brian. Thank you for letting me know. Once again, man, Giants season is over with, but it's just begun. How we gonna fix this mess, y'all? How we gonna fix this mess? And we're only a couple of hours removed from this loss. I mean, was it ever in doubt? Maybe a little bit. Malik Neighbors is always gonna put the tank in doubt. He did that against the Colts, and today he had a touchdown again. And let's talk about Malik Neighbors. Let's give him his flowers, man. He did break a franchise record today. Excuse me. He did break a franchise record. Giants all-time receptions. I'm gonna just pull this up real quick. Add. Got it right here, man. Franchise record. Most receptions in a single season, breaking, I believe. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, man. I don't know who was number 1. I'm thinking OBJ. There's a chance it wasn't, though. Receptions. Steve Smith. That's my bad, man. L trivia, man. It was Steve Smith. But franchise record for Malik Neighbors caps off his rookie season. And honestly, I'm excited. I'm excited for what he can be moving forward. Shout out to Entertainer Talking Drug. Yo, that's crazy. Oh my gosh. Appreciate you for tapping in, by the way. I that's crazy. But yeah, Steve Smith. That's my bad, man. That's the youngin' in me not showing. Or is showing, honestly. Stan saying, do you think the Giants should get another quarterback in the league, like a Sam Darnold or a more established quarterback, maybe even Justin Fields? It's crazy because a year ago, I mean, we were talking about Justin Fields. My My visuals look crazy for a second. It's crazy because a year ago we were talking about Justin Fields, and now a year removed, probably he's still going to be a topic. I don't imagine. I really would prefer to draft one. I really do. But if we don't if we don't draft Cam Ward or Shador, man, I'm kind of on board for anything, to be honest, because at that point, it's hard to tell if there's going to be a quarterback for the future. Some people like Jalen Milroe. Some people like Jackson Dart. And we're going to have videos talking about him, man. But I just think you're kind of banging on hopefully they're developed. So we'll see. Donald will cost too much money. He's looking for a big payday. And honestly, I don't think the Vikings let him slide. Probably right. Yes, sir. I don't think the Vikings let him slide, man. Overall, man, as we're here, once again, shout out to the people that are in here. First off, make sure you're liking up the stream. I need y'all to like up the stream. We're trying to push this content out there and definitely trying to get people out here. If you're not subscribed, feel free to subscribe. Excuse me. Feel free to subscribe, man. And also let me know in the chat, man, if there's one thing you're walking away from, or no, let's not even recap. Bump the recap right now. Brian Daboll, Joe Schoen, are they back next year? Y'all let me know in the chat. Brian Daboll and Joe Schoen, are they back next year? There was reports saying that, for the longest, it's been Joe Schoen is probably going to stay and Brian Daboll is going to go. Then this morning drops. And this morning the news is, yeah, it's looking like Brian Daboll's job is pretty safe. And I'm not going to lie. I'm on board to keep both of them or let both of them go. I'm not a fan of firing Brian Daboll, keeping Joe Schoen, letting Joe Schoen pick another head coach, all that. I'm not a fan of that. I'm really not. Either fire both of them or bring them both back. But I want y'all to let me know in the chat, man. Are you bringing back Joe Schoen and Brian Daboll, or are you letting them go? Or not even what you would do. It's more of what's going to happen. What do y'all think is going to happen? Once again, Giants season is over. And like I said, I don't know if it's because I'm glad the misery's over, but I am a little excited. I'm excited knowing that the Giants are sitting at number 3. I don't know what it is. I feel like they're going to be able to get a quarterback. I really do. And overall, like, I think I'm just glad the season's over. I think I am. I really am. Now, heading into the season, I was pretty excited after getting Malik Neighbors. And I'm not going to sit here and say that I thought Daniel Jones was going to be great. But I thought, hey, we're going to have a solid season. Malik Neighbors is going to break records. He still broke records, franchise records, but he did it with a couple of quarterbacks. So I think I'm just glad that as I shook the whole desk, I think I'm glad that the season's over. I wanted Vince, what's going on, my guy? First of all, appreciate you for tapping in. He says, I wanted Vrabel, get rid of both. Just my opinion. Yeah, I can respect it. And it looks like Vrabel's going to be heading to New England, or that's reports. I wouldn't guarantee it, but New England firing Gerard Mayo after 1 year is crazy. Shador is a good athlete, but that plays quarterback, but not a true quarterback. He's not a dual threat. He's an athlete that can throw on the run. Excuse me. Sorry. Now, Shador actually doesn't run too much, but he does make certain plays where he'll scramble in the backfield. And the same thing for Cam Ward. I feel like they're both kind of similar. Both of them are not going to run the ball, but I like Shador. I was a big fan of Shador if we were seeing that one. Now I feel like he's kind of going to be a Titan. Mara keeps both of them. Yeah, I'd rather fire both. But I think that's probably what John Mara is going to do. Fire both. Agreed. I think they were back with a very short leash. They could easily be fired next year if we have a horrible start. And honestly, it's so weird. I'm okay with that. I think some of us might be, but I'm kind of okay with that. So, yeah, man, I don't know. I'm definitely not a fan of keeping Joe Schoen and letting Brian Daboll go. I'm not a fan of that. Like, get rid of them both if you're gonna get rid of them. But I'm okay with them being on a very short leash and giving it another try. I'm not saying that I believe in them, because after this year, it's hard to say that you really believe in them. But might as well do it. Hey, we got 90 people in the building, man. Make sure y'all liking up the stream. Say what's up in the chat. Giants season is over. We're here talking about the season, talking about Brian Daboll, Joe Shane, talking about picking at number 3. Y'all let me know in the chat. I thought it would be 9-8. I was way off. Listen, I thought it was a realistic chance to win 8 games too. Thought it was a realistic chance to win 8 games too. So you're not the only one, Vince. You are not the only one. They'll both be back. No good head coach candidate wants to work with a GM on the hot seat. And that's exactly what I see, man. Exactly what I see. Bless you. Appreciate it, man. Please appreciate it. Got a little allergies. But yeah, man. Let's say the Giants are picking at 3. And let's say Titans take, and let's put it on the screen, man. Let's put it on the screen real quick. That's what we got the screen for. Hold on. We'll throw it up right here, man. Good. Shows that I'm lagging on my end, man. Let me know. Let me know if it's not lagging. Shows me lagging on my end. But we got it right here, man. Tennessee 1, Cleveland 2, Giants 3. Let's say Tennessee takes Shedeur Sanders. And let's say Cleveland takes Cam Ward. If you're the Giants, man, do you trade back? Do you take Travis Hunter? Like what do you think? What do you think is best course of action, man? Both quarterbacks go 1 and 2. Trade back or take, or who are you taking? Honestly, who are you taking? I've seen some people be fans of a couple different players. Some people don't really like drafting Travis Hunter. Who are you taking at 3? No, don't. Joe was good. He said, no, don't let them draft that quarterback just to fire them next season. Might as well fire them now. Very true. Very true. Very true. Don't pull a Gerard Mayo. Don't pull a Gerard Mayo. I don't know why it's kind of lagging. I think it's because, so I got the stream being recorded right now as I'm going live. I think I might be jacking it up a bit. Sonny D was good. He says, what's good, Juke? What do you want at 3? Like I said, man, we can get Cam Ward at 3, and I think it's possible. I would do it. I know for sure Titans are taking a quarterback. Question is, what are Browns going to do? I definitely think that's the question. I think number 1 definitely goes to Shedeur. Shedeur goes number 1. Or who knows? What if reports are true? Shedeur wants to go to New York. Tennessee takes Cam Ward. Like, what if they prefer Cam Ward? Little lag on my end, but nothing crazy. I don't know. It shows it breaking up on my end, man. If y'all know me, man, y'all know I like my quality right, man. I'll mess with this lag going on. I would definitely stop uploading, but I can't stop it as we're going. Anyways, yeah, man. I think Tennessee's definitely taking a quarterback. The Browns are the biggest question mark. But if Cam Ward is at 3, I'm taking Cam Ward. If Shedeur is at 3, I'm taking Shedeur. And other than that, if neither of those are an option, Travis Hunter is a good prize to walk away with. He really is. He won the Heisman for a reason. He's one of the top players in the country. He's one of the top players that plays 2 different positions, and he's top 10 at both coming into this. Borderline top 5. Yeah, I'm taking Travis Hunter. I don't care. I'm taking Travis Hunter. And we'll break it down more. We'll talk about all these prospects once again. Each prospect will get their individual video. So make sure, if you're not subscribed to the channel, man, feel free to subscribe. Got a lot more good content coming through. And once again, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what we're going to do. Andre was good. Good evening. Greetings from Brazil. Hoping for great days in New York with a new quarterback, head coach, and GM. First of all, I appreciate you for tapping in from Brazil, man. We got Brazil in the building. I appreciate you tapping in from Brazil. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. They're saying new quarterback, head coach, and GM. New quarterback, head coach, and GM. If we get all 3, man, I'd be happy. Reports are looking like they're gonna keep it up with, Brian Daboll and Joe Shane, but hey, I'd be happy. Man. James, long time no see. What's going on, James? He said, I remember I told you about Cam Ward last year. You did. James, you did. And I will say I'm very high on Cam Ward. I'm high on Shador and I'm high on Cam Ward. Give me one of them. Just give me one of them. I like Cam Ward's ceiling though. I feel like Cam Ward's ceiling is a lot higher than Shador's. He got the arm. He can make the throws. We just got to clean up his footwork, clean up some of the mental mistakes that he makes, and we be good. Travis got to prove to me his game can translate to NFL. He need to get big. And I think he will. I agree. His frame is a little slight, but he dominated the country with that frame, so I agree though. He is going to have to put on some muscle, but we're going to get him right if he's in New York, man. Trust. Wouldn't it be crazy? Shador just slides over those cleats that he had to Travis. And I will say, y'all know me, man. Y'all know me. For a while, I kept talking about, don't let this be this type of situation where I showed everyone AJ Brown with his Giants shirt. I showed it to everyone. We're gonna pull it up again. We're gonna do it again. Where? I showed everyone this, man. AJ Brown with his Giants shirt. I showed everybody this, and I said, just don't let this be that situation. I don't want to see a situation like this again. And here we are with Shador and the cleats. Shador, Giants, cleats. We're back at it, man. We're back at it. I literally said, we've had a couple of players that, wear some Giants memorabilia or something related to the Giants. I showed Shador with holding the Giants ball. I said, don't let it be this situation. And here we are. Here we are, man. Juke, which quarterback do you like after Shador and Cam? Is there any other quarterback worth taking in the second round or late first? So from everything I'm seeing, right, it's saying pretty much, Jalen Milroe is probably the next available quarterback that you take. Jalen Milroe did enter the NFL draft. People would have said that if he stayed back, he probably would have benefited a lot. But, he remained to go in the NFL draft. And I think Jalen Milroe is definitely the next guy on the board. It's just a matter of when he gets taken. If he's there in the second round, do you take him and potentially hope that he's like Jalen Hurts? People weren't high on Jalen Hurts, and you see what he is now for the Eagles. Can Jalen Milroe be that? I think Jalen Milroe definitely has a lot of work to do, but can you see them taking a flyer on him in the second? Maybe. Outside of Jalen Milroe, Jackson Dart picked up steam. Jackson Dart has Drew Aller potentially. If he goes on a championship run and wins the championship, hey, he should enter because he could be in that top 3 conversation. Maybe not. Rocky saying, if we get Cam or Shador, who's the best vet quarterback to sign for a bridge to you? In my opinion, man, I definitely wouldn't mind, and I'm not saying to learn from these vets, right? Like any of these vets that are available, I'm not telling these guys to learn from them. Maybe being a pro. I would sign Jameis Winston. I would. People laugh at him. He has all the memes. He has everything, but he can still play a bit. I know he throws interceptions. I'm not going to say Jameis is going to win you games. But I would sign Jameis Winston. Shouldn't cost too much, and he's out here. Shouldn't cost too much. He's available. That's definitely what I would do. Other than Jameis, when you look across the board, man, like I don't really know who else is really available. Sam Darnold is not going to be the bridge, in my opinion. I'm not bringing Sam Darnold and paying him all that money. So, yeah, man, I would definitely go Jameis Winston. Baldini says Mason Graham, if both quarterbacks gone, Mason Graham, sorry, I was reading it like a statement or like a question. Mason Graham, if both quarterbacks gone, and Milroe in the second. Offensive tackle. Then we definitely trade him back. Or is it defensive tackle? I'm so sorry. I could be wrong. His defensive tackle. Not familiar with Mason. Not familiar with Mason. Fired both. They suck as. Words from James. Hey, we got 30 people in the stream, man. Make sure y'all saying what's up in the stream. We read every single chat in the building. Like up the stream and go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe. Off topic, but who you got tonight? Lions or Vikings? I got the Vikings, man. I got the Vikings. I like what Brian Flores is doing out there. Hey, if we fire Brian Daboll, let's bring in Brian Flores. Let's give him another run back. He might still be upset about what happened, and trust me, I think it was terrible. But I like the Vikings, man. I like how they're playing. Brian saying, famous Jameis. That's a Florida boy right there. He is. He is indeed. Just a guy. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate the donation. Appreciate it, just a guy. He says, Daniel Jones coming back as a backup. Yeah, that would be crazy. Let's bring Daniel Jones as a bridge quarterback for next year, y'all. That would be insane. But yeah, man, appreciate the donation, man. I appreciate it. Make sure you guys are subbing up if you're new to the channel. We got a lot of Giants content coming through, a lot of good things talking about. And the Giants' 100th season goes historically bad. We broke bad records, y'all. Stan saying, what happened to the days when quarterbacks in college played like 5+ years in college before coming into the NFL? Look at Burrow, Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, then oppose the couple years, kids. Yeah, man, the league is definitely getting younger for sure. How much time did Lamar Jackson spend all 4 years there? I'm not sure if Lamar Jackson spent all 4 at Louisville, but I definitely know Joe Burrow was in college for a little while, and he brewed up. But yeah, they're definitely trying to get in there quickly. Trying to get in there quickly. NIL might change that a bit, but they're definitely trying to get into the league quicker, man. James saying, I'm trading back, but we need a quarterback badly. We need a quarterback really bad. Like, as much as I'm excited picking at 3, because I feel like we still have the chance to pick a really good player, no matter what it is, whether it's quarterback, whether it's another position, we're going to have a chance to pick a really good impact player at 3. But we really need a quarterback, y'all. We really need a quarterback pretty bad. And who knows, is that answer in the draft this year, especially because we're not getting those top 2 guys? A lot of people who want to wait for Arch. Are you waiting for Arch next year? Those type of discussions we're going to start having, man. It's hard for me to say wait for Arch next year because I don't know where the season's going to be next year. Can we really take another 3-win season? Like, that's just what it is for me. Like, I don't know. Obviously, the owner's not going to want that. Obviously, as fans, we're not going to want it. As much as we want to talk about getting Arch, it's a very interesting place that we're in. And if the Giants stayed at 1, I'm not saying all would have been solved, but at least we for sure know we're getting a quarterback. Now we're kind of just sitting at 3 and maybe start a bidding war. If someone gives you a first for the number 3 overall pick to go and take Travis Hunter, I'm taking that first. If a team somewhere in the top 10 is calling, trying to trade up to get to number 3 to take Travis Hunter, I'll take that first, that extra first overall pick for next year. I'm definitely doing that. Brian saying, maybe y'all end up with Andy Dalton or Joe Flacco. They will sign for cheap, and Flacco brings championship experience. I'm solely not bringing Joe Flacco just for the performance that he gave us against us. Like, I'm not bringing him back just for that reason. He's part of the reason we're in this mess. If Joe Flacco played well enough, we wouldn't be here. So I'll decline on Joe Flacco. Maybe Andy Dalton, though. Maybe Andy Dalton. But Joe Flacco, yeah, hang it up, man. Rocky saying Neighbors and Travis will be the best wide receiver duo in the league. This is what I'm talking about, man. And honestly, I still think his better position is corner. That's just the feeling I get while watching him play. I feel like he's a really good wide receiver, but he's a special DB. I really do. That's just me. So I'll take it, though. I'm telling you, people that are saying that they're not too high on Travis is crazy. Did Russ do enough to stay with Pittsburgh? If not, take him, then wait for Arch. Man, I don't know if he did. don't think so, especially considering they still have a chance to, lose in the playoffs. I don't think he did enough to stay, but bringing him into New York, as long as it's cheap. It was cheap this year, so hopefully it's cheap again. Hopefully it's cheap again. I'm just waiting on the news. Tomorrow we should get answers, man. If Brian Daboll or Joe Shane are gone, we'll hear by tomorrow for sure. Definitely by tomorrow. So that's the big news that we're kind of waiting on overall. That's the first kind of domino to fall heading to this offseason to see where we're at. And that's what we're waiting on, man. That is what we are waiting on. Appreciate everyone that's in the chat right now, man. Once again, make sure you subscribe if you're new to the channel. Make sure you subscribe. I got this Lions and Vikings game on right now because this game, low-key, could be game of the year. There's a chance this game is game of the year. Who would have thought, man? Whoever's in the chat that's been here since the beginning of the season, man. Remember when I was talking about playing against Sam Darnold, the Vikings? Who would have thought he's playing on the last game of the season, Sunday Night Football, for the first seed in the NFC? Who would have thought that, man? Brian saying, rumor has it Aaron Rodgers wants to stay in New York. Yeah, it's over there on the other side of New York. I promise you that, Brian. Aaron Rodgers is not coming here. I do not want that. Hot take. Who's worse? Is it the Giants or the Jets? Who's in a worse position right now, the Giants or the Jets? They were saying that roster was Super Bowl ready. They were far from it. Far from it. And maybe to get off this whole Giants stuff, I'm over here talking about the Jets now, but they're bad, man. How do you feel about Pete Carroll? I would definitely welcome Pete Carroll. If that's something he's interested in. I'm not too sure if he is, if he's going to be coaching next year, but I would definitely welcome Pete Carroll. He's won everywhere he's been. Super Bowl winning head coach. I would definitely take Pete Carroll. Would definitely. So let's say the Lions had the ball and the Vikings had the ball now. So we just tracking this game real quick. But yeah, man, recapping the season a bit, man. Giants had their historic 100th season and finished with a 3-13 record, most losses they've ever had for the New York Giants history. So they made history. They've had very bad losses this year. Their offense finished the worst in the league. A lot of bad. A lot of bad that we're walking away with, man. Brian saying Jets for sure, a bunch of washed guys who thought they were going to do something this year. That's like the Jets every year. Every year. Maybe you can say that about the Giants too, but most definitely the Jets the last 2 years been the most overrated thing. I know Aaron Rodgers got hurt last year, but this year they instantly were putting them as some type of Super Bowl threat. Come on, man. I was never buying into that. Was never on that, man. Man, once again, I'm taking the Vikings over taking the Vikings over the Lions. I just like the brand of football they're playing right now. Detroit's been good all year, but Minnesota's been playing pretty good. D Grant, my guy, saying Giants not going to get Travis Hunter. Now, why is that? Why is that, D? Let me know, man. Why are they not getting Travis Hunter? I see some people saying, oh, man, like, just because he plays both positions doesn't mean he's worth it. See some people saying, if you need a corner, draft a corner. If you need a wide receiver, draft a wide receiver. Don't draft this guy that plays both. I don't agree with that, man. I just don't. I do not agree with that. My knee hurts. But I do not agree with that, man. Travis Hunter is a special player for a reason. Aaron Rodgers who basically got the coach fired after getting this boy traded to them. He got everybody fired. He got everybody fired. Detroit is... They should have waited one more year with Rodgers. It's a full year healthy, and with Garrett Wilson, Devontae Adams, Lazard, and the opportunity to get another first-round pick. Yeah, but Rodgers blew that thing up. Rodgers got over there and got everybody fired. Everybody. Missing a chunk of their defense, though. Yeah, they are. Yeah, I mean, imagine if Aiden Hutchinson was still playing for the Lions right now. Cleveland do not need a quarterback, so Travis be going number 1. Well, Cleveland's picking 2. So I'm assuming you're saying Cleveland takes Travis. I can see that. Like I said, I just don't know. It depends how they grade these guys, man. Are you drafting them to play receiver? You drafting them to play corner, you know? If the Browns are drafting them to play receiver, then it makes all the sense in the world. If it's for corner, I say the cornerback positions are pretty locked up. Denzel Ward and oh no, well, he didn't work out. Greedy Williams. I think it's Greedy Williams, right? Is he still in the league? He's still on the... Is he still on the Browns? It's been a little while. I don't even know anymore. But yeah. Andre was good. He says, I would like the Vrabel to be the head coach. I believe our DC will continue, and they did well in Tennessee. But unfortunately, Vrabel can't develop Willis and Lewis. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I wanted Vrabel. Signs are pointing towards he wants the New England job, but it's looking like they're going to keep both of them, man. If you asked me earlier today, I thought they were going to keep just Joe Shane. Now I'm leaning towards them keeping both. Mick, what's going on? Says, I wish they won today because neither one of the quarterbacks, Cam Ward and especially Sanders, are not the answer. Giants need to trade down and get players, get a decent quarterback in free agency. Just, I can understand the take, Mick. I really could. It's just, what quarterback are you getting in free agency? Like, good quarterbacks are not walking around free. You know, they're not. So I'm assuming you did say decent. You didn't say a good quarterback. You said a decent one. So you're not aiming to win games next year. But yeah, I mean, I'm all for trading down from 3. I like Travis Hunter, but I'm not all for taking Travis at 3. Titans need a quarterback, but Cleveland, my bad, will take Travis Hunter at 2. Got you. I can see that. D. I can see that. Travis Hunter can get picked solely on what if and how good he can become at either position. That's a fact, Brian. That is a fact. That could purely be a guy that could play both. That's the reason why you take him. And I feel like that's why the Giants, I wouldn't be mad at taking them. Praying Giants did not take Sanders or Ward. Not worth the number 3. Man, I'm torn on that, man. I really am. I feel like Sanders or Cam Ward are they could be good, but hey, that's the reason why drafting quarterback's hard, bro. Drafting quarterback is hard. Drafting in general is kind of hard, but drafting a quarterback especially is the hardest thing to do. Rocky saying, I had never really watched McCaffrey. How do you feel about him? McCaffrey? I'm not familiar with that. Not familiar with who that is. Oh, this is talking about JJ McCarthy. Talking about JJ McCarthy, Rocky. Let me know. What do you think Big Blue, what's going on? Appreciate you for tapping in, man. What do you think they address in free agency besides quarterback? So, definitely offensive line, right? I mean, we said this every year, man. I definitely think you address offensive line. You hope that they stay healthy. We just haven't been able to stay healthy, which sucks. At this point, we have to say that Andrew Thomas is injury prone. We have to say that. Andrew Thomas is injury prone. We need some other guys that's on this offensive line. We talk about it every year, but definitely we need to add that. DB is a big question mark. We have a little bit of cap space. I don't think it's too much, but we do have a little bit of cap space. Let's go look at that. Let's go search that up. Every time I get these drunk, but wake up in another place. Haven't been around this year. Let me pull this up real quick. So right here, man, don't know how trustworthy this is. Right now, which this is true, Patriots have the highest cap space next year. But if you come down here, the Giants are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Literally middle of the pack. Literally middle of the pack. $54 million in cap space. Oh, but wake up in another place. This dead money right here, that's Daniel Jones money. Something you also have to look at, the Browns. Picking number 2 are $21 million in the hole, man. They're going to have to make some type of moves happen. I don't know if drafting a quarterback is going to be that move that they do. But yeah. JJ McCarthy. So the right now, JJ McCarthy's value is pretty high because we haven't seen him play that much. He played one preseason game. He looked good. Vikings are really excited for him, but the jury's still out on him overall. And I think him not playing too much is definitely what keeps his value pretty high. If he was out there on that field, I don't think the value would be as high as it is right now. As Jared Goff crosses over. Beef up that D-line, get Dex some help. Run D was atrocious. Run D's been so bad for so long, man. For so long. If Jackson Dart is available in the second round, Giants should take him. That could be the move. That could be the play. That could be the play. I don't know about second round. Maybe you could wait till the third to get him, honestly. I don't think his value is going to skyrocket that much. Commanders having all that money is scary for our division. Agreed. And everyone in the chat, if you didn't know, man, Brian, my guy Brian over here is an Eagles fan. But with that being said, man, once again, I appreciate y'all for tapping in. I was doing a quick little live stream on the Sunday night. I'm going to stop, drop a video. Make sure you stay tuned tomorrow, man. Tomorrow we get the big news on Brian Daboll and Joe Shane. So I appreciate y'all for joining up. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. And onward to the next season and the offseason for the New York Giants. I appreciate y'all. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.